For my second internship, I work in Ritz-Carlton Kyoto, food and beverage department. So basically, I work in the restaurant for the breakfast time, and then I'll work in in-room dining in the afternoon. I'm very lucky to work in this hotel, and I really enjoyed every moment that I work here, and all the colleagues, and even my managers are very nice to me. First of all, I will talk about how I have met my learning objective and match with my working during the internship. First of all, my learning objective is I want to improve my communication skills. As I work in food and beverage department, I will have many opportunities to communicate with my guests and my colleague, and providing some option regarding to the menu, and I'll ask my manager to evaluate myself in my communication skills. For me, this is a big challenge for me as I cannot speak Japanese, but I will face many different cases all around the world every day. In the beginning of my internship, I was shy to engage to the guests, but then I get used to this working environment and talk to different guests every day. I become more willing to open up topic with our guests and provide opinions and suggestions for them to travel and explore more around our hotel. And sometimes there will have some difficulties to communicate with my colleague in the hotel and my guests in the hotel, as they're mostly speaking in another language that I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to understand each other, but my colleagues are all very nice and willing to help me. So my second learning objective is I will be able to handle problems from guests. As I will be a server, I will receive different kinds of questions from the guests regarding to the dishes, and I will find a solution to solve them. As I'm working for the Ritz-Carlton, I'm empowered to create a unique, memorable, and a personal experience for our guests. That's why sometimes when the guests inquire something about the dishes or extra thing, I have the empowerment to resolve the guest problem and let the guests feel satisfied. And my third learning objective is I want to improve my time management skills. I will go to work on time and able to manage my time properly. So during the 6-month internship, I have never late to work, and also every time when I went to work, I will arrive in the hotel half an hour before. That's why I can get well prepared for myself mentally and physically. And my fourth learning objective is I will improve my customer service during the internship, as I will have many opportunity to interact with my guests. I hope I will be able to give them good suggestions. So during the internship, I'm always responsive to the expressed and unexpressed wish and needs for our guests. So sometimes when the guests need something before they ask, we have to notice that beforehand, which can make the guests feel we are thoughtful and careful of their needs. So now I'll be reporting and analyzing a situation that occurred during the internship, and this situation is about the guest problem. So there's one time I remember when I was working in the restaurant during the breakfast time. There was a big group of 7 people. They were a family and coming to have breakfast. And I remember in this big family, there were 3 of them had the gluten-free allergic. So we have to, our server and the kitchen staff must knew it before and then be aware of the food that we serve. But during the whole breakfast time, they didn't tell us about anything about the food allergic, and our server didn't really notice that. That's why the other day we received a complaint about the guests that they said we didn't serve them the gluten-free breakfast. But then we check and then we ask every staff that work on that day. Everyone said the guests didn't mention they have gluten-free allergic when we asked them. So at last this complaint came. We really apologize for the miscommunication between the guests and us. And the other day we prepared the gluten-free breakfast for them before they came. So at last they felt really happy and satisfied. So in my conclusion, I will try to notice every guest's needs before they ask. So all the unexpected wish and needs, I think I will notice that before and avoid the miscommunication between the colleague and with the guests.